We have a Kansept knife. What are we looking at? Well, let's take it out of the plastic. We are looking at, ladies and gentlemen, the Caveman. And it kind of reminds me of those Geico commercials, you know. Even a caveman can do it. So if you haven't smashed the like button by now, you definitely should, because even a caveman can do it. It is a Jesse Poly design satin CPM 20 CV steel. So liking the steel so far. There's a blue anodized and stone washed titanium. Sounds like a sweet combo. And it's got CNC machine rock pattern. Well, that's epic. That's gonna be wild. 3.57 inches on the blade. So if you're ready, so am I. We got some paperwork here. We have the wiping cloth as usual, right? Standard Kansept unboxing. Got good old silica candy right here, and the fabric pouch with the Kansept leather strap. Here we go. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're ready for this one. Oh man, guys, this is gonna be something different, something completely different entirely. Woo, baby. Okay, we gotta break this one down slowly, because this is this is something special here. I mean, for starters, the handle is available in different colors. Obviously, this one is blue, but the milling here, kind of like rock, you know, sort of style milling, looks pretty good. I've seen that on a lot of custom knives, and to see this on a production knife is actually pretty cool. You also have the very interesting speed holes with a little bit of micro milling and also a different color going on. So it makes them pop depending on what angle you look at them from. That is nice. I want to say we looked at something similar on a recent upload. You've probably seen it here as well. The Gilgamesh also rocked a plethora. There you go, I'm using fancy words. A plethora of speed holes, but these were plain, right? There was no micro milling on these. And by the way, check this one out if you haven't already. It's got a wild blade, right? The whole thing is just very bizarre as a knife, and it really stands out for being pretty unique in its own right. But yeah, we got a chance to see those speed holes with that sort of finish on that one. And now we're seeing them here on the Caveman. So that really stands out. Right, obviously, speed holes on the show side. It is going to be a frame lock, so no speed holes on the opposite side. We got a titanium pocket clip as well. Right, everything titanium here. That pocket clip is not going to be reversible. We got thumb studs for deployment. And yeah, we should go ahead and just flick it open here, see what we got. Also a titanium backspacer. Like that the hardware is gold, right? So you got that blue and gold sort of theme going on with the matching hardware, matching thumb studs and all that. And check it out, we got a little caveman going on right here. That is the designer logo right there, right? Little caveman. Jesse Poly is the designer, like we said earlier. All right, but here we go. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Thumb deployment for the win. Bam, and there is the blade, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, I'm glad it is this kind of geometry. This absolutely speaks to me quite a bit. And of course, you got the same oils we've been seeing all video long. So let's go ahead and wipe that out really quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. We're looking at a sheep's foot blade with a flat grind, a little bit on the thicker side, right? Pretty decent thickness, 20 CV with a satin finish. All right, looking good. Again, the caveman, kind of like if you were in the caveman days and you had to carve out a folding knife, kind of the vibes I get here with the handle, but obviously brought to modern machinery and style and quality and all that. So definitely love the theme going on here. We got the Kansept logo, a little bit of the model number and all that, but nothing crazy. It is a frame lock. We'll check that engagement in a moment, but oh yeah, that is a nice little drop shot right there. Oh yeah, pretty good. Right, the blade almost weighs enough to, you know, fully shot on its own weight. Love that. Spidey flick. Oh, come on. That is actually tuned pretty good. Nail of the middle finger works. Check it out. If you want to use the meat of your middle finger, you can as well. That also works. So you have at least 2 deployment options on this one. It's pretty clean of a design. No back flipper. They didn't do any front flippers, even though it feels like they could have, just to give you a third deployment option. But again, that's personal taste. Some people like more deployment options, some people like less. I'll take all the deployment options you can give me. That's just me, right? The more the merrier, right? The more deployment options I can get for the money, sign me up. But yeah, we got 2 right here. Both are pretty solid. I'm going to set it down for a second. You guys like to get a closer look. I mean, it's got a pretty tall handle, right? Obviously, we're going to check the ergos in a second. Pretty tall blade. It looks like a pretty robust premium EDC knife, if you know what I mean. And I know, I can already tell based on the comments, based on the people I interact with in the channel here all the time, based on the community, based on what you guys tell me all the time. I feel like this one is really going to speak to a lot of you guys out there. That's for sure. We got a stress relief cutout on the outside. Like we said, it is a frame lock. We have a steel insert for steel on steel contact. And we have a good engagement, pretty solid, 30-ish, 25, 30%-ish. With my very human eyes. Obviously, I'm not getting a microscope to measure that, so I'm eyeballing it. Good access from the show side. All right, a little bit of a cutout there. Nice little chamfer on the lock bar itself. All right, nice and easy to disengage. Push down to the left there. Nice and comfortable. No hot spots anywhere. And of course, checking the ergos. Look at this, right? Got my baby hands. Able to get a full hammer grip. All right, that feels good. Plenty of handle there. And then you got that finger choil position, or that feels good too. Obviously, you can accommodate much larger hands. Your big old bear paws, right, if you needed to, with this sort of geometry, this absolutely helps a ton. And the plunger grind situation is also pretty decent, more or less where my nail is. So you should be able to, you know, sharpen this knife for a good chunk of time without getting a smile. And I gotta tell you, man, the action is pretty solid, well tuned. I mean, it's gonna be on ball bearings, very drop shotty, like I said earlier. Ah, man, that is music right there. It's funny because we don't have a ton of milling on the, actually no, you'll be surprised. I stand corrected. I'm over here assuming things, Miguel. We should probably, you know, look at it first. That's my bad. So we got the speed holes, but that's not the only milling, right? There's still a good portion of milling going on the inside, right? Your typical rectangle, squares, all that going on both ends. I'm not sure if the lighting is helping us a ton here, but yeah, still trying to make it as lightweight as possible while still being a chunky, you know, EDC premium knife. So I want to say it might not be as much of a, you know, pocket tank like, you know, maybe the CJRB Tundra here, or which, you know, this thing is absolutely wild. Check it out if you haven't already. That thing is an absolute beast, right? So it's kind of unfair to do an apples to apples comparison. But yeah, they still did a bunch of micro milling here, trying to bring that weight down as much as possible. So do like that. And checking it out here next to the QTRO or the QTRO, another awesome geometry that I absolutely love. The QTRO is going to be a little bit longer, and you do have a straight edge on this one. So you get that reverse tanto sheep's foot blade on the Caveman, but you also got a little bit of belly there. So you got options, right? Do you want it with belly? Do you want it with straight edge? The QTRO also even has a recurve option that you could go with as well. QTRO feels pretty lightweight, mainly because of the carbon fiber inlays and, you know, just titanium bolsters and liners, if anything. Obviously, this one feels a little bit heavier, right? No carbon fiber here, just full-on titanium. The Tundra, right, it's going to be obviously the heaviest of them all. And, you know, just throwing some knives out here so you can sort of see, get an idea. Content on all these other knives and links down below in the description if you guys want to check them out. But yeah, pretty good, pretty solid. The overbill jimping up here, like this is, yeah, pretty savage right here, kind of like a Vikings style jimping, very accentuated on purpose. I'm sure that's an intentional design choice there. But overall, the Caveman looking pretty good. I absolutely like it. It is my kind of sauce, my cup of tea. Sign me up. And it is available in many different variants. So not just the blue here with the gold, but, you know, other monochromatic and also other color options to choose from as well.